The News Day continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. Both President-elect Bongbong Marcos and Vice President-elect Sara Duterte attended the mass oath-taking of one Cebu's winning candidates. Gemma Vansenia has the report.
It was a grand show of power as One Cebu party held the oath-taking ceremony of its newly elected officials on Tuesday. Before the oath-taking proper, a Thanksgiving Mass was held with Cebu Governor Gwen Garcia present. Vice President-elect Sara Duterte first came at the Marco Polo Plaza, Cebu as guest of honor. The oath-taking was originally scheduled to start at 3 p.m., but it actually started at 6 in the evening as they waited for President-elect Bongbong Marcos to arrive. Senator Sherwin Gatchalian also graced the event, along with Senators-elect Mark Villar and former Duterte administration secretaries Salvador Panelo and Harry Roque. Governor Gwen also took oath at the venue. The incumbent governor won the elections against Ace Durano. Garcia won in a landslide with 1.4 million votes, a far cry from Durano's 341,000 votes. During their speeches, Marcos Jr. and Inday Sara thanked Cebuanos for their win, as they garnered more than 1 million votes from the province.
The result coming from Cebu is historic in many ways. It has never fallen to a Marcos to win this big in Cebu before.
Marcos Jr. added that he cannot commit to addressing the country's problems on his own. That is why he is asking for the help of Filipinos to achieve this, as he stressed anew his call for unity, echoing his campaign promise.
If you have 106 million Filipinos behind you, you will succeed, because Filipinos always succeed when we are united and when we come together.
Marcos also mentions his yet-to-be-completed cabinet, which he says will be focused on the country's economic recovery after being crippled by the COVID-19 pandemic. He is also confident of his picks, saying they are all competent.
I believe we have found a good team that we can have confidence in, that will bring us together, that will create, and that will formulate and formulate plans to transform the economy to the new global economy.
Governor Gwen thanked Marcos Jr. and Inday Sara for their attendance despite their busy schedule. She said that she will also attend the President-elect's inauguration in Manila tomorrow. For News 5, Gemma Vansenia, we are One News.
The SEC has upheld its 2018 decision ordering the shutdown of news company Rappler. In a statement, Rappler CEO Maria Ressa said the agency affirmed its earlier decision to revoke the certificates of incorporation of Rappler and Rappler Holdings. Ressa added that this ruling effectively confirmed the shutdown of the news site. A copy of the order has yet to be made public, but Ressa says they will appeal the decision, calling the SEC's proceedings on the case, quote, highly irregular. We'll be back with more stories after a quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News now. I'm Charles Lejano. It's all systems go for the inauguration of President-elect Ferdinand Marcos Jr. tomorrow. A look at how that day will go in mobile journalist Julie Baiza's report.
Solemn and peaceful. That's how incoming President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. describes his inauguration on June 30 at the historic National Museum. He says they will follow tradition.
More or less, traditional pa rin ang gagawin. Hindi na kami lilihis pa sa nakagawian.
Like most presidential inaugurations, the Chief Justice will administer the oath. This time, it's Supreme Court Chief Justice Alexander Yesmundo. Celebrity and Marcos Jr.'s staunch supporter TONI Gonzaga will be singing the national anthem. A 30-minute military-civil parade will follow. After Quezon, Rojas, and Laurel, Marcos is only the fourth president to be inaugurated at the National Museum. That choice comes with sentimental reasons.
Di ko makakalimutan, yan yung building na kung saan ako nag-aantay para sunduin yung aking ama para iuwi siya.
A historian also adds that this is where Marcos Jr.'s parents, the late dictator President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. and former First Lady Imelda Marcos, began their love story.
Noong speaker si Daniel Romualdez, uncle ni Imelda Romualdez, na babisita yata siya doon at na kumakain sa kantin, pumasok si then Congressman of Ilocos Norte Ferdinand Marcos Sr. at nakita si Imelda. At ang unang ginawa yata ni Marcos, ayon sa mga kwento, ay pinatayo niya. He asked si Imelda to stand up. So doon daw parang minimeasure niya kung gaano katangkad si Imelda at parang iniisip na niya already what's the campaign.
But the halls of the old legislative building is only witness to the first protest against the Marcoses.
Lahat naman ng presidente may tamang nagawa, may maling nagawa. But kung hindi mababaluktot ang kasaysayan, magandang kaibigan ng kasaysayan para makita natin, matuto tayo mula dito. And the better way to actually redeem the name of the Marcoses, kung gusto nila, is not to revise history, but to learn from history and to do good.
Mobile journalist Julie Baiza, we are One News.
Tropical depression Caloy continues to move slowly over the West Philippine Sea. The tropical depression was last spotted 395 kilometers west of Iba, Zambales. TD Caloy is expected to enhance the effects of the southwest monsoon and will bring heavy rain over the western sections of Luzon and the Visayas. Pag-asa says TD Caloy will continue moving northwestward over the next 12 hours. And it is forecast to exit the Philippine area of responsibility by tomorrow morning. Time now for a quick look at some of today's headlines. The Supreme Court has junked all petitions seeking to nullify the candidacy of incoming President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. For the petitioners, the tribunal's decision was disappointing, but not really surprising. The Securities and Exchange Commission has upheld its earlier decision revoking the operating license of online news publication Rappler. And Ben Affleck's 10-year-old son accidentally crashed a luxury car. And those are the top stories at this hour. Join us again later at 11 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.